A terrible delay. Something's wrong with the stream. This is going to be a very frustrating show. I can already tell. Welcome, everybody, into the Pillow Talk edition, the second of two streams that we do each and every day here on the Radio Misfits podcast platform and streaming service. I am Pugs Moran. The first one, we call it High Noon. We do that every day at noon till whenever. That's about headlines, current events, hot topics, trends, anything that's happening in the world that you need to know about. I like to consider it a little cheat sheet from me to you, just so you run into somebody in line at the Starbucks. And they're like, "Hey, did you hear about?" You can say, "Yes, I did," because I actually listened to High Noon with Pugs Moran. However, that's only the first of two streams that we do each and every day. We got another one that we do. We call this one Pillow Talk. I bring in my good I go to the pen and I bring in my flame-throwing left-hander. 6'9". He's 10'7" on the mound. Out of Tyler, Texas, James Parker. There he is. Look at him. Handsome with a salt and pepper beard.
No, I'm not. But thank you. Thank you for being nice. It's good
bacon tart.
There's words in this song?
Oh, yeah.
What? That's not the same thing you played before. That's a different version.
That's not. That's
words.
That's the version. That's the song. That's Timmy Trumpet.
Okay, well, shouldn't I know the words to my own song?
Is it really your song? I mean, I don't know. I do know a song. I do know a song that you do know all the words to, James.
Yeah, right.
Shall we sing it?
Yeah, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna pour one out for our homie.
What? Coolio died? You telling me Coolio died?
You really need to be on social media more.
Coolio's dead.
Coolio's dead, man.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Coolio dropped dead today.
Oh, dude. Because didn't we just say last week, remember when he said, I'm 23 now, but I live to see 24, and he's 57. It was one of these things that I saw the meme floating around 2 weeks ago. That was like, hey, if you want to feel old, here's a little something we're going to throw at you to make you feel like you're 100. Oh, he's 57, right? Isn't that how old he was? Because I think I even fact-checked the meme before I passed it along to my little scumbag friends.
Let me pull it up. Hold on. I'm going to wait for this. Yes, James, I'm having some of the world's greatest whiskey, Judge
Mr. Black.
At the 2022 New York Wine and Spirits Competition. Best in show across all classes, meaning it won for best whiskey, but then it also won for just best spirit. It beat all the gins, it beat all the vodkas, it beat everything. And I'm going to give me about 2 fingers neat. Jeff Ballard says 3 fingers, but I think Jeff might have a drinking problem. 2 fingers at a time is all I'm willing to commit to.
It's only a problem when you're out.
Yeah, I got to save this stuff because you can't get it. I was... To that point, I was actually just about a half hour ago, I was on the Binny's site. Now, you don't know what Binny's is, but Binny's would be the Midwestern version of Specs, sort of like the
okay. I love Specs, yeah.
The big corporate, liquor store, not the mom and pop place where you cash your checks, but like the Walmart liquor store kind of a deal. That's what Binny's is. And I looked at Binny's in the Chicago area, and it's out of stock, except for Waukegan. Waukegan, Illinois has 2 bottles in stock at Binny's.
I only know Waukegan from the movie Wayne's World because they're flipping through the TV, and he says we also it's like a commercial for a plumber when they're flipping to Wayne's World. It's like we also have locations. It's Waukegan, Aurora. Wait, what is it? Elgin, Elgin, Waukegan, and Aurora.
Wow.
So where's Elgin? Is that really in the Chicagoland area? Where's that?
Yeah, Elgin's where Kelly lived. Elgin is where when Kelly and I used to do the show from her basement, her house was in Elgin.
No way! Did you know there was a shout out for that town in Wayne's World?
I don't know, because that whole movie was a shout out. Like that whole movie, like, see, things that I saw, like you glommed onto that. That's interesting. That would have passed me by, because every time they're in a car driving by something, they just happen to be driving by some landmark, some neighborhood landmark, which was really funny because none of the things they drove around or drove by are anywhere near Aurora, where the show was supposed to be set. Like, they'd get in their car to drive from the donut shop to their house, and they'd pass by things that were in neighborhoods 40 miles away. It's like, what? Oh, that's the giant Indian by Marquette Park. Why on earth? Well, they're taking the long way to Garth's house, I guess, because that is no. So yeah, that one got past me. But there were a whole bunch of other, like the Cars on the Spike. Did you see that?
Yes, the Cars on the Spike. I know that's a real thing because I looked it up when later. It's what plaza?
It's a strip mall. It's a strip mall that just has this gigantic spike in the parking lot with 10 cars skewered on it. It's like a car shabab, or wait, car kebab, or how would I say that, James? How would I
a car kebab?
Car kebab. Got it. That was what I was looking for. All right, let me see here. By the way, Coolio had more than one hit, don't you know? Certainly.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, his little remake of Fantastic Voyage, or his addition to Fantastic Voyage.
That's what we're listening to now. All right, 6:47 p.m. West Coast time. So 8:40. Wait. Okay.
Wait. So what? Was this an OD situation or a car wreck? What happened? I don't know what's going on.
Well, everything was fine. He went over to his friend's house and he went to the bathroom.
Oh man, that's all you can hope for, huh? So he pulled an Elvis.
Well, you say Elvis. You're watching The Sopranos. I thought you would say he pulled a Gigi Sestone. Remember, captain of the April crew, died pooping, looking at a dirty
all
guy.
These. How many times have you seen The Sopranos?
I'm on my fourth time.
Oh wow, okay, that explains a little bit.
My fourth time through, and Gigi just died. They just made Ralphie a captain, begrudgingly. He didn't want to make Ralphie a captain, but
he's
Gigi
a good earner.
Good earner. Well, he's got the Esplanade project. The Esplanade project is bringing in $3 million a year, James. You can't. All right, here's the story. 6:47 p.m. Here's the update. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ no drugs.
Wait. Seriously, I know this seems trifling, but it's important. If you're talking about something that happened today, 6:47, what time zone?
West Coast, California. So yeah.
Wow. So this just happened like 30 minutes ago?
No, this is the update. The first reports of Coolio's death came in probably around 7:30 our time is when I think I first saw it.
God, so this is just an hour and a half old. Okay.
Guess who I saw it? Guess who told me about it?
Will Brooks.
Ice-T. Ice-T was the first person to tweet about it. Coolio died Wednesday in Los Angeles. TMZ has learned the rapper, who achieved enormous success in the 90s, was visiting a friend late Wednesday afternoon when he passed away. Coolio's longtime manager, Jerez, says Coolio went to the bathroom at his Gigi Sestone. I'm telling you, he was pooping. And I'm telling you, it's the killer, silent male killer. He went to his friend's house and went to the bathroom. But when he didn't come out after a while, the friend kept calling for him and eventually went in and found Coolio laying on the floor. We're told the friend called EMTs, who arrived and pronounced Coolio dead on the scene. So it was a massive heart attack. Not even one he had a chance to fight. Coolio, whose real name is Artis Ivy Jr., came up on LA's rap scene in the late 80s.
What's his real name?
Artis Ivy Jr.
Artis, Artis. How did I not know that till right now?
Came up on LA's rap scene in the late 80s, but blew up nationally in 95 when he released Gangsta's Paradise for the soundtrack of the Michelle Pfeiffer film Dangerous Minds. He was truly about as big or as hot a property in hip-hop as they came around 1995, 90s. He was the big one. You expected great things from him. Never really.
Oh, dude. That song, when I showed up for my freshman year of college, that was like when the song was number one, and every party you went to for like that first month, this was like the biggest song that you heard this everywhere you went for about a month or three.
Oh yeah.
And so for me, it was like right that first semester, the first day of the first semester of college, this was the biggest song in the world.
Jeff Ballard. It was interesting. Interesting take on Jeff that I disagree with completely. Jeff Ballard says Artis is not a black name. It's not a black guy's name. Probably why Artis is absolutely a black guy's name. Name me a white guy named Artis. I can name you Artis Gilmore, the great NBA center from the 1970s and 80s. I can name you Artis Ivy.
Oh, cool. That's two.
Well,
I can name 0 artists. Keep going. I'm impressed. Impressive more.
I don't know. Artis Opus.
Now you're Googling shit. You're Googling it, aren't you?
I did. I just put artists into Google. And these
okay. I thought you were calling that off the top of your head. I was really impressed.
Artis the Spoon Man, who is a street musician. He's the Spoon Man featured in the Spoon Man video.
Hey, what?
Yeah, remember
Spoon Man from the Spoon? Yeah, the Spoon Man from the Spoon Man videos has the same name as Coolio.
Yeah, Artis.
Hey, look, this girl is from England. She says that name does not exist in England. So there you go, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know. When I think of the name Artis, I immediately think of Artis Gilmore because he was a Chicago Bulls center, and I was a little kid when I first started liking basketball. He was my favorite player, and then we drafted a kid named Jordan, and I forgot all about Artis Gilmore.
Are there any white people named Artis?
Artis the Spoon Man is a white guy.
Oh, the Spoon Man in Soundgarden. Spoon Man was a black dude, wasn't it?
No.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
Spoon Man. I'm looking at pictures of him.
Okay. Because I don't remember about a third of the 90s.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll give you Artis the Spoon Man. Hold on. Spoon Man. I mean,
I'm together with your hands, save me.
I wonder if they, gave him any money for that, since, he inspired a song that made them a lot of money. All right, here's Artis the Spoon Man. Spoon Man. Man. Here he is. Oh, he's a gross. Yeah, he's a gross street person.
He's not handsome.
He's super talented with the spoons, though. Spoon Man.
You don't know. He might just be an average spoon player. Oh, that's the dude?
That's the dude. That's Spoon Man. Okay. See, here he is here. Okay.
So it's an ethnically ambiguous name.
Soundgarden. No, it's not. It's a black guy name. He's the exception. This white guy is the exception. I'm telling you. There are no white guys. Outside of a street person who plays the spoons, there are no normal white people named Artis. Artis. And the world lost one of them this afternoon. Artis Ivy Jr., better known as Coolio, has passed away.
Wait, who the hell said Greece was close to England? Sometimes I read the comments and I feel like I'm missing something.
Did somebody say Greece was close to England?
Yeah, well, Jeff says Greece isn't close to UK, so I don't know what could have spawned that comment. And really, look, you people all forget, or I forget, and I'm extrapolating how close everything is in Europe. Because I always think it must be just wild to drive 2 hours in any direction, and everyone's speaking a different language, and you can't understand any of the street signs. And you don't have any idea what the culture, the language. You're just in another country, 2-3 hours in any direction, unless you're in the damn center of France. You are 2 hours away from just a completely different world that you don't even understand. Yeah. We have no idea what that's like. I can drive for 11 hours and still be in Texas.
We do, but we do know what that's like. You don't, because you are born and raised in Texas, and Texas is a region. It's not a state. Texas should be a region. Texas should be, if Texas was on the East Coast, it would be 10 states, right? So in the rest of the country, now it's not like going into in Europe where you can travel from England to Scotland, just by crossing over a toll booth. Here in the United States, everywhere else but Texas, we can be in another state in 5 minutes.
No.
Most states are super close.
But they speak English. They have the same TV shows and music on the radio, and you can understand all the signs.
I'm making that distinction. I'm telling you, but as far as like states and stuff like that go, Texas, they don't get it at all. Like when I say, yeah, I was out last night. Where were you? I was partying in Indiana. Well, what, you drove home? Well, yeah, it's 3 blocks away. I mean, you don't, the East Coast, you can drive from New York to Washington, D.C. in like less than an hour. That blows people in Texas's mind when they realize
Well, it's not that close.
Right.
But
it's an hour train ride, isn't it?
No. You can drive if there's good traffic. You can drive from New York to Philadelphia in 2 hours, and then from Philadelphia to Baltimore in like 2 hours, and then Baltimore's like an hour from DC. But
you can be in Chicago, and you can drive to Milwaukee in an hour. You can drive to Indianapolis in 2 hours. But Texas is the anomaly because it's such a big state. You drive for 13 hours, and you're in the same state. That's insane.
Yeah, we're kind of big.
Yes.
Kind of
too big. Break it up. 4 states at least. Let's carve us into 4 states.
Hey, I have a friend in a bison. He's looking into get bison. He's inherited like an uncle died, and it's not like a big awesome house or anything, but he took part of his inheritance and he paid off the other people that were inheriting crap, and he got this little house, but it's on a big piece of land. And he's like, I'm thinking about getting a bison or 2. And I'm like, why don't you get a boy and a girl bison, and they can make more bison, and then we can have a whole lot of bison. And so he's kind of looking into that. Now, I don't know if he's actually going to go through with it. We're not renowned around here for our follow through. But no one in Elgin, Aurora, or Waukegan is contemplating getting bison now, are they?
Yeah, probably they are. There's lots of bison in Wisconsin, which is about, I don't know, less than a mile from Waukegan.
Is there really? There's bison in Wisconsin?
It's the dairy. There's all kinds of bovine creature all over Wisconsin. Yeah, it's
all right, first off,
go see buffalo,
is a bison bovine? Do we know this?
Yes, it is.
Can you milk a bison?
I'll point this out. Hold on, wait a second. I don't know. Here's something that I'll also point out. Wisconsin is home to the last surviving, and I think it's dead, albino magic bison that the Lakota Indian tribe considers to be the reincarnation of their great chief. People travel from all around the world to see the albino bison.
Nah, I don't think there's a whole lot of Indians on the other side of the world.
You got me.
Yeah.
Probably right. Not a whole lot of Lakota
in Africa and like the whole continent of Asia. Right.
You got me. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
You just happened to name 3 cities that were rural and like 30 miles outside of Chicago that are farm country.
I was throwing back to the Wayne's World reference.
No. Aurora is very rural.
All right, so I eat this white bison. I know it's someone's like heralded god or whatever, but I just want to like grind it into a hamburger. And I've never had an albino bison before. I've had regular bison hamburgers, but I haven't had like an albino. But it might be better.
This is going back. I don't even know if that thing's still around. Ted Nugent wanted to shoot it once. That's all I
He should. He should. I'll eat it, but who should get to shoot it? Probably Ted Nugent.
What is this? All right, so this is going all the way back. Okay, so the story that I was mentioning about the white bison, that was back in like the 90s. But here's a story from 2006. Wisconsin farm has 3rd white buffalo. A farm in Wisconsin is quickly becoming hallowed ground again for American Indians with the birth of its 3rd white buffalo.
Wow.
They keep cranking out these. A farm in Wisconsin is quickly becoming hallowed ground again for American Indians with the birth of its 3rd white buffalo, an animal considered sacred by many tribes for its potential to bring good fortune and peace. So, I don't know. I guess the 190 might be dead, but they're getting out more. So,
look, the Siegfried and Roy tiger, you know how they were rolling with the white tigers? Well, albinoism is so rare that they only get more white tigers by breeding it with other existing white tigers, and so they're all kind of inbred. And by the time it got down to Siegfried and Roy days, like the ones with the smashed in face, they didn't have the classic tiger look. They kind of look like Pugs version of it. No offense to you. Those were inbred retarded white lions. And so it's kind of like the Habsburgs did to themselves, where they kind of bred themselves out of existence. I'm sorry. Am I saying lions? I mean tigers, white tigers. I'm so sorry.
Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. We're not zoologists. We make no distinction.
Well, clearly they're different, but someone pointed it out to me, and then all I've seen ever since is I'm looking at the white tigers, and some of them do have the smashed in face, and they do have that kind of look, like they're just kind of happy to be there, right?
Mongoloid?
They're like, wow,
Mongoloid
look at all
tiger?
these flashing lights. This is great. Look at all these people. Who are these people? This is good. This is fun. Oh, look at that guy. He's got a whip. Whoa. Yeah.
Those are Mongolian tigers. They're Mongoloid tigers. Slightly different. They're
Mongolian or Mongoloid?
That's
I
a good
didn't say that
Come
joke.
on.
That is out of control bad.
I did.
I'm offended.
Did say that joke. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Go lay down. Get out of there.
Hey, you've got to be able to milk a bison. How come there's not like bison milk? Like dairy bison?
I think you can. I think that's a thing. I think buffalo milk is a thing.
I hope it is, because I'm very upset by the lack of enthusiasm of the carnivore community, because I hear it all the time about the freaking vegetarians and the vegans, and they shove it all up in your face and get billboards and freaking web ads, and I'm tired of hearing about it. I want a little bit more. Look, so we got almond milk, and we've got oat milk, and we've got soy milk, and okay, we need to go the other direction with this. So we got cow milk. I've seen some experimentation with goat milk, but why not bison milk? And like the actual mozzarella cheese, isn't that made from ox milk? So if ox milk is a thing, I need to be drinking that. What if that's really good in your Frosted Flakes?
This is another example where, because of your limited life experience, you commit yourself to a belief system that is not only ignorant of the facts, but completely wrong in every other way possible.
You've had bison milk?
No, but buffalo milk is the second most consumed type of milk in the world behind cow's milk.
Well, then how have I not had it? Who among the commenters has ever had bison milk?
30 seconds ago, you were going to the mats that buffalo did because that's what you believed. And it was just simply that you never. Here's the story. World milk production derives from cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep, and camels, with buffalo milk being the second most consumed type after cow's milk. Just like cow's milk, buffalo milk has a high nutritional value and is used to produce dairy products like butter, yogurt, cheese, and ice cream. So there you go. They're just like,
show me in the grocery store. I have not been walking past bison butter for 45 years. It's not anything that's been put in front of me. So you can't. I am ignorant of the subject apparently, but you can't blame me for it, because you can go into your grocery store, go into Whole Foods, and they might have it. But if you go into the Kroger, there's no way they got bison cheese.
But I can blame you for being so absurdly confident in your ignorance. I can blame you. I can't blame you for not knowing
you
that,
cannot.
But I can blame you for being certain that because you didn't know it, it didn't exist.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't, though. Go look at the grocery store. Tell me the last time you saw bison milk. Have you seen it once in your entire life? Doesn't that seem to be a reasonable conclusion for a guy to say bison milk's not a thing if he has been going to grocery stores for 45 years and has zero observations of bison milk on the shelves?
Where can I buy buffalo milk?
That's what Leslie's asking too. Oh, and this is the other Leslie. This is the less sassy Leslie. Remember Leslie that was ripping us a new one yesterday? This is the more jovial.
There's friendly Leslie Collins.
This one, right?
And there's angry shit stirring Leslie.
Is that McDaniel? Yeah, she likes to kick people in the nuts, doesn't she?
Okay, James. Guess what? You can buy buffalo milk at Whole Foods. You can buy buffalo milk at Kroger. You can buy buffalo milk at Trader Joe's. There's about 15 brands of it that I'm looking at right here. You just haven't noticed it, James. And neither have I. To be fair, I haven't either. But that's because I only drink cow's milk. I ain't drinking goat's milk. Yeah. There's a bunch of whole Rabasso, Holy Bio, 1836 Farms, organic fresh. It seems to be at like high-end grocery stores, like maybe, I don't know.
Whole Foods. Yeah. They're this type of idiots that would have like sheep's milk and things like that.
Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and Kroger are the three that come up right away that I can get. Where to buy even water buffalo milk. You want water buffalo milk? They sell that.
I want water buffalo cheese. I want water buffalo butter. I want to try all the milks from all the animals.
Not me. I am not accepting new milks. I am simply going to stick with cow's milk, ice cold, and a frosted glass.
What about butter?
I like butter. What's butter come from? Butter's milk. Butter's cow's milk.
Yeah. But wouldn't you want to try like bison butter?
No. No, I wouldn't.
Ox
I'm
butter,
fine.
sheep's
I'm
butter,
fine.
goat butter. You like goat
Don't think-
cheese?
Do I?
I don't know this. I don't know this. I'm making an
I don't
assumption
know.
because this is a pretty
Right.
reasonable assumption. You don't like goat cheese?
I don't think I've ever had it.
Of course
I
you
think
have. Feta.
no, I think
Feta
no.
cheese.
Oh, is that goat
I
cheese?
think it is.
Feta cheese is goat cheese. If feta cheese is goat cheese, I love goat cheese.
Man, stop Googling the dumb things I say and proving me wrong.
I know Google. Hold on.
You're killing me.
What is feta made from? Now I gotta know, because if I feta cheese, what is feta made from? Okay, because I love feta cheese. Maybe I do like buffalo cheese.
It kind of tastes like goat cheese if it's not goat cheese. Jeff says it's goat cheese.
Traditionally, feta cheese is made with 100% sheep's milk, or with up to 30% of goat's milk mixed in. The cheese made. Okay,
Christ,
so
I'm getting everything wrong today. So it's sheep's cheese. Sheep cheese.
Nah. I'll give you a pass on that one. Sheep and goats, again, they make no distinction. They're the same animal.
Right.
Sheep are just sexy goats. That's all. That's all sheep are.
Sexy goats?
That's all. It's the only difference. Goats are more like, gross, and sheep are like...
Hang on. Leslie, you won't eat goat meat? You never been to like a taco stand and ordered cabrito and gone, hey, this is really good. What is this? And someone said goat. And you're like, I guess it's pretty good.
I've never knowingly had goat meat.
Yes, you have.
Never.
Cabrito is what it's called, man. And they sell it in Dallas and a lot of places. You've probably accidentally eaten it.
Well, that's what I said. I've never knowingly had goat meat. If they had said this is goat meat, I'd go, no, I want meat. I don't want goat meat.
meat.
I want meat.
Dude, goats are good.
Meat. I eat pigs, I eat chickens, and I eat cows. That's pretty much it.
Well,
and then any number of
fish. Yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Though. You wouldn't eat a bison? You never had like a bison burger or a buffalo burger?
Yeah, I actually have. I have had a buffalo burger.
Fantastic.
And it tasted. I thought it tasted just like a regular burger. And I've also had venison once or twice, and that's kind of when I decided, no new meats. I only like the only hooven clawed animals I will eat are pigs, sheep because I like lamb, cows, and that's it.
Well, that was one of the things I really enjoyed about living in Louisiana, because south of I-10, like human beings just turn into the Mr. Fusion from Back to the Future 2. You can just throw anything in these people and they call it food. So you would go to the grocery store if you went to like a local-ish grocery store, and there would be sausage that was made from duck. There'd be sausage that was made from alligator. There'd be sausage that's made from crawfish. There'd be sausage that was made from, and you could just go down the list of all these animals. You're like, oh, good, a new animal. I've never eaten alligator meat before. I'm gonna have alligator sausage right now. So I got to eat all kinds of crazy stuff. They eat snakes and things. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Eating a new animal is pretty good.
No, I'm done. Laura, I want to know what Laura means. Laura says, you guys have so much different food. I'm trying to get used to. Yeah. What do you mean, you guys?
She's from England. That's the one from England.
Well, look, first of all, Laura, love England. London is one of my favorite cities on the planet. I can't wait to get back to London. Your food sucks. London food sucks. Welcome to America. We have given the world the gift of our cuisine. The hamburger, the hot dog, that's just the beginning. We have taken all of the different traditions from around the globe and we have perfected it into our own American sort of way. Spaghetti is better in America than anywhere else in the world. That's right. I said it.
Well, we invented pizza, suckers. We invented chow mein.
Perfected. I don't know that we invented it. We perfected all of these things and then learned how to mass produce them for a commercial palate, right? That's what we did. If you go to China and you get Chinese food, first of all, don't call it Chinese food, just call it food because you're in China. If you go there and you get food in China, it's going to be gross. It's going to be, if you ever seen like a depiction, like you remember Anthony Bourdain, I used to watch, he'd go to like these, pan-Asian countries that were just, they're always on the verge of a coup, their monarchy is always on the verge of falling apart and the police are coming to the streets.
Like Laos or something?
Yeah, places like Malaysia, Indochina, whatever, Cambodia. Exactly. So he would go to these places and he'd go to these restaurants in what appear to be like walking distance from whatever Western hotel he's staying in. And we as an American, I don't think they all look like that restaurant from Men in Black, Remember the restaurant in Men in Black where it was like the most insane foods and alien animals and stuff? That's what they all look like. Those people come to this country and they sit their ass down in a TGI Fridays and they think they died and gone to heaven. I mean, we have perfected that. So welcome. But Laura, I'd like to know what different foods you're thinking about trying. What is it that you haven't had in England that you're being?
So she says she had her first biscuit today and she hated it.
Oh,
well, if you don't see it coming, if you think you're about to bite into a cupcake or something, you're going to be sorely disappointed. But biscuits are not a food in and of themselves. They're an auxiliary food. They're like a tortilla. The biscuit is you rate it by what you paired it with. So it's biscuits and gravy. It could be a honey butter biscuit. It can be a chicken honey butter biscuit, but you
biscuit with some strawberry jelly on it.
Ooh. Yeah, melt that butter on it. Just maybe a biscuit and honey period, but biscuit by itself, it's not meant to be. It is a medium that's supposed to be added to.
So what is she? What I guess their version is like. I guess scones are French, but like, what do you eat?
Are scones French? I thought that was English.
I think scones are French. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
know crap. I don't know this stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. A biscuit is a fluffy scone. It's a better scone. Scones are gross. Scones are dry and sometimes they're hard. You break a tooth on a scone.
Hey, did you want to do a monologue or you want to just screw it?
I did. I want to do a monologue. So why don't we? I want to do a monologue. But I'm intrigued by what our British friend is experiencing here as far as
so she's got some boyfriend that she is visiting in Georgia. We should ask her about that. England to Georgia. It's got to be a weird culture shock.
Hold on. She says, but your gravy was white. Yeah, it was. Delicious. Delicious white
it's supposed
southern
to be.
gravy.
Yeah, that's called gravy.
Pepper gravy. Yeah, sausage pepper gravy. Hold on, James. I got to do a little something here.
Okay. Just enjoying the music.
Enjoy the music. All right. It's hard to take it off once I put it on if a bunch of other people have. I can't believe I can't. I can't find her original quote that I put up on the screen now to take it down so that we can continue with the show. Hi, there it is. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Comfort Nest Comedy Lounge, high atop the 1%er compound in beautiful downtown Highland Park, Texas. He comes to the stage every Monday through Thursday around this time. Please give a warm welcome and a helping hand to your friend and mine, James Nickelburst Parker.
Thank you. Oh, you're a beautiful crowd. Can I have the floor, please? No, this will not do.
There you go.
Unacceptable.
All right.
I
did it wrong. I thought it went up.
I demand the floor. Thank you. So, hey, how you doing out there, Pugs? Did you hear President Biden's approval rating has hit a new low? To give you an idea of how unpopular he is, his new Secret Service code name is James Parker. Yeah. He thought I was making fun of him, but I was making fun of me.
You were, but you tried to shield it. Go ahead, gutless.
I was making fun of me. All right. The weak economy, though, is taking a toll on nonprofit organizations. To give you an idea of how bad it is, people are now donating to the March of Nickels. According to the Globe magazine, it's a very important magazine, Ben Stiller is desperate to save his marriage to Christine Taylor. I love her, by the way. They split up in 2017. They still haven't officially been divorced, but 5 years later, she still hadn't forgiven him for Zoolander 2.
Oh, there you go. I don't think I saw that. Is that even a real movie? I don't know.
A bunch of Zoolander 2 fans. According to Page 6, Madonna's new boyfriend isn't bothered by their 41-year age difference. He says parts of her just like new. Her lips. According to a new poll, 40% of people would have sex with a robot, and 80% of robots think people are weirdos.
Yeah, so do I. Okay. How good is the robot?
And that number is way higher than 40%, you bunch of sinners. Teresa Giudice and Pasha.
Judice.
Huh?
Judice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Teresa. Pronounced Judice.
That's racist. Teresa Giudice and Pasha Pashkov have been eliminated from Dancing with the Stars this week. No word on which one is the star. I don't know.
I do the proper pronunciation only because she's an awful piece of trash human.
Wow, I need to know this story because I never heard of either one of them. The Urine Therapy of Colorado meetup group. Have you heard of these people? The urine therapy people? They're drinking their own.
Have I heard of them?
Yeah, so they drink their own urine because they claim it has healthcare benefits. But they do admit that it tastes like Milwaukee's Best. Okay,
3,
I thought it was
4,
funny.
5, 6,
so it's not
7.
funny.
8-second delay on the small laugh, just so we know.
Schneller knows. She's from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Great. It was on this day in 1836. Flush toilet pioneer, one of my heroes, Thomas Crapper, was born. And Thomas came from humble beginnings. In fact, when he was a boy, his family had an outhouse. That's how poor he was. Yeah, that's stupid. All right, and finally, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, who turned 64. His annual salary is $17.5 million. And I know that seems like a lot, but it is hard work destroying a whole sport.
Oh!
Thank you.
4 second delay. Hey, speaking of the sport of baseball, we had a historic moment today, James. I don't know if you got to see it.
Was it Aaron Judge breaks Roger Maris's 60-year record?
How do you know that? How do you know? You hate baseball, love hip hop. You knew that, but didn't know that Coolio had died. It's an odd little bit of. Yeah. Here, let's watch it, shall we? Let's see. Where is it? We'll pull it up. Aaron Judge. Aaron
Judge.
I
still have the floor. If I know you want to change that. You just forgot.
All right, I'll change it. We'll make it fair. There we go. All right. Aaron Judge is a freak show of a human being. He is, first of all, when he stands at the plate. Are you familiar with Aaron Judge?
Yeah, he's a giant dude. He's kind of like Lenny from Mice and Men. He's like gifted with retarded strength, and
yes,
and he just like not only hits home runs, he hits like 500-foot home runs, and he's breaking a bunch of records.
Let me show you.
I don't know. Okay.
There, BoJack Horseman. He is half human, half equine. Every time he steps to the plate,
he's a centaur.
Got a long horse face. He's got a big horse body, and he's a hell of a masher. You know, I mean, not a big singles hitter, but every now and again, 61 times this year, he did this.
And the 3-2. Drove deep to left field. This could be it. See ya. He's done it. Number 61.
And that's the Maris family.
He's been chasing history, and now he makes it. He and Roger Maris are tied with 61 home runs, the most anybody's ever hit single season in American League history.
Yeah, not impressed.
Gotta qualify.
Not impressed.
Why not?
Well, because these records were broke like 25 years ago by big old swollen head Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds, and they stomped all over. Really. Oh, but they were in a different division, so it's not the same. No, it's the same, dude. It's the same damn thing. They weren't in a division. That's like saying Ezekiel Elliott breaks the record for the most rushing yards in the NFC East. No one cares.
Not gonna happen.
No one cares. No one cares about the 61. No,
I do. And the few of the 15 baseball fans left in America who I'm all in like a private chat with.
They don't care.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely do. It's a great moment.
We saw someone jack 70 home runs in a season, and they did it 25 years ago. Not impressed. We've seen multiple 61 home runs.
They cheated. That's it. Can't do it. Now look, I'm a baseball fan.
Hey, how many games did Roger Maris have in that season where he hit 61 anyway? Was it the whole
162?
Okay.
Yeah,
When did they go to 162? Because
1840?
no, because when Babe Ruth played, it was like 140 games a season, and then I think they bumped it up at some point. And I don't know where they bumped it up because I'm not like a baseball historian, but I remember one of the asterisks next to the Roger Maris, or was the Roger Maris record, or some of the records, was the fact that Babe Ruth played fewer games in a season than these dudes do.
Well, but that's why they make the distinction modern. Whenever you hear these records, you say in the modern game. I think they make that distinction based on after the series, 162 games. Let me see. When did MLB go to a... See, Google ruins everything, doesn't it? Because now instead of us just being dumb guy, 1962. So yeah, he did it in 19. Yeah, Roger Maris had 162 games to do that.
Wait, they changed the rule in 1962?
Yeah, from 154.
154. So how many? What year did Roger Maris hit the 61 home runs? Wasn't that in like 1960?
You know what, James? I think that was 1961. I think he hit 61 home runs in 1961.
And then they expanded the schedule.
The 1961 Major League Baseball season was played. The season saw the New York Yankees defeat the Cincinnati Reds in 5 games in the World Series. Boy, that's any random baseball year from back then. The Yankees were the world champions. The season is best known for Yankees teammates Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle's pursuit of Babe Ruth's prestigious 34-year-old single-season home run record of 60 home runs. Maris ultimately broke the record when he hit his 61st home run on the final day of the regular season, while Mantle was forced out of the lineup in late September. So how many games? I don't know how many games. You'd think they would say that. In order to keep its schedule balanced, the American League season was extended by 8 games. Previously, teams had played 154 games. But from 1961, American League teams would play opponents 18 times. Okay, so in 1961, the American League was playing 162 games. It was the first year that they expanded it to 162 games. The National League had not yet gone to 162 games. That wasn't until 1962. 1 year later in 1962, both the American League and the National League played 162 games. But in 1961, the American League teams played 162 games and the National League team played 154 games. And then in 62, the National League added 8 games to get to 100.
So do you just not do you not hold like, look, here's the weird thing about so much media attention being paid to this through the sports media. Look, I can tell if you're like a New York Yankee fan, or if you're like a really hardcore baseball junkie, yeah, you should be interested in this. But for the casual fan, this record was broken 25 years ago. But that's the interesting point, is how many people just completely disregard Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and Barry Bonds, because they beat the dog piss out of this record multiple times over and over and over. And not only do I notice people have an asterisk around it, they're just unpersoning them. They're just erasing them from history, like in sort of a 1984 Stalin-esque, like this didn't even happen. I don't even know what you're talking about. Look at this. Someone's finally beating Roger Maris's record. It's like, what are you talking about? Someone's beating it. Yeah. I know 3 dudes who beat it.
Who cheated. Yeah. Not legitimately. So, you're conveniently overlooking that fact. Now, when I say they cheated, you might think that I'm against steroids in baseball. I'm not. Let everybody use steroids. I want to see.
Yeah, we're both pro steroids, but I don't like that argument that they cheated. That's like when you beat someone in a video game. So like, my controller's not working. This controller sucks.
But if your controller wasn't working, then it would be a legit concern.
This controller sucks. No, the controller's fine. Maybe you suck.
No, you're acting like that this wasn't proven and that it wasn't a complete known advantage. It was so. Look, I want to
hear honesty. Then I want to hear the guy in that video you just played say, "Look, Aaron Judge broke the home run for the most home runs in American League history for people who haven't shot steroids in their freaking neck." Throw that in there. They throw in that as one of the
Because
caveats.
you
Then
do not because you don't make a caveat for somebody who's been convicted. They've been convicted of cheating. Therefore, you forget about it.
well,
It
then
doesn't
why is
count.
it?
They
If that's the
cheated.
case, then why aren't they saying this breaks the record? Period. Why are they saying this is the American League record?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, because it's legit at the same time. But the seedy underbelly of the baseball world is the only reason people care about this is precisely because people dismiss what happened with the big-headed steroid dudes, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and Barry Bonds, and they just don't want to say it. Say it. You just want to have this record being broken honestly, and you hold that in high regard. But, baseball doesn't want to remind everyone that their record books is full of cheaters. And so I enjoy watching them do the little dance around it. Oh, this is the first time anyone in the American League has broken that record.
Hold on.
I'm trying to love it. Is it the butt cheek? Is that where you shoot your steroids, Jeff?
That's where I did. Aaron Judge hit 61. Tying 6-8 American League hits. Yeah, that is true. I guess I never really, I guess I knew it back then, but I hadn't thought about it until just now. But yeah, all the cheaters were in the National League. Yeah. San Francisco Giants, St. Louis Cardinals, and Chicago Cubs. All the cheaters were there. That's why I hate the National League. Well, it's not the only reason I hate the National League. I just don't like the National League. All right. James?
Yes.
You want to watch some you want to watch some cool hurricane videos? We can scroll through the video portion of Hurricane Ian on Twitter. There's some cool ass videos, man.
I don't know, dude. This is the first time I haven't lived in Hurricane Alley in 16 years, and so it's kind of nice to not have to worry about this crap finally.
Here's what I like. Here's what I love about the modern day. You've got these morons, these idiots, these performance artists who are doing nothing but trying to manipulate our emotions and connect us somehow to the story through thrills and the expectation of violent destruction, right? That's what these guys, I'm standing in the rain. You don't need to be standing in the rain, dude. Okay. You can point a camera out a window. We have all kinds of technology now that can show, but I'm fighting the wind. Yeah. You're depicting how difficult the wind is. They always do that. They always go, let me just show you. And then they go out and, they stand in the street and they go, and they try and walk against the wind. You know why they're just showing us that? Because there ain't fucking nothing going on. There aren't no trees blowing down. They're trying to show you how strong the wind is because all we're seeing are some light posts going like this, and that's not good TV. So they go out there and they all become fucking mimes. They all become performance artists. Look how difficult. Well, here's what I love about this era, James. You don't need these idiots anymore. You know why? Because right now in Florida, there's about 4 million people who are reporting live from the scene with their cell phones with kick-ass video, way better video.
Let's go surf it.
Dude, there are sharks swimming in the streets. There are trees falling through people's houses. And certainly when you compare the amateur reporting that is going on, the stuff that we're seeing from amateurs who are just putting it on Facebook and Twitter, 100 times better than some idiot going, I'm gonna hold on to my hat. That's stupid. So why do we still have these people out there? I just don't understand. It is so dumb.
It gets ratings. So you say that, but people watch it and like it, and you watch some of it and like it.
No,
look,
not
negative political ads still work. People do like hearing the same 40 songs over and over. It's just people say they don't like it, but they do. People like watching the dude stand out there in a raincoat and get his ass kicked by 100-mile-an-hour winds. I would rather watch.
But he's not getting his ass kicked. He's totally playing it up for the camera.
Well, sometimes they are. Sometimes they are. The one of the weird parts is though, is there have been like probably 10 occasions now where I've been able to stand in 100-mile-an-hour winds. And the very disappointing part of that experience is when you're standing in 100-mile-an-hour winds, you can take your cell phone out there and you can take some video, and then you can take it back inside and watch it later, and it doesn't look like you're in 100-mile-an-hour winds. Now, that's not to say like all those guys are really getting their ass beat by 100-mile-an-hour winds. I love the videos where the guys are acting like they're fighting against the gale from Moby Dick, and then some dude in flip-flops casually walks in the background. Like, I love those, dude. Those are great.
Yeah.
I eat that stuff up. But the truth is, really, if it is going 100 miles an hour, you can't really tell from watching it on video. You know, even the trees in the background are kind of doing this, but that's what they're doing when it's like 30 miles an hour. So it's an impossible medium to convey what's really going on in a hurricane. But when you're standing in it, it's a different experience than watching it on TV. That's for sure. Oh,
how about some down power lines exploding in the streets this afternoon?
You should focus more on that, because if you are in a hurricane area, that is a show, man. We sat outside many times, my mother-in-law's front porch, and we watched the power lines in front of her house just get beat by the tree branches until they popped every time. Like, that's one of the rituals. Hey, a hurricane's coming. You want to go watch the power lines pop? Sure. And so you just watch it, and then as soon as it does, all the electricity goes out.
This is the king of the idiots. This is that Jim Cantor, who is somehow now a sex symbol because he's king of the moron.
Well, he works out a lot.
This guy's
just for you, Pugs.
He's a complete performance artist. Look at him. There's no reason for me to be a tree. Some producer threw that tree branch at him. I promise you. This video has been shared like 500,000 times because of the tree branch, and I promise you, a producer tossed it in the street. That guy right there, see him off to our left? That's the guy who did that. I'm positive.
All right, in a 100-mile-an-hour wind, you do not have to lean that much like he's doing on the pole. You don't have to do that.
How about this? Here's a good one. How about these people? They had a tree come through their house. This isn't some overpaid reporter pretending that he's in peril. These are real people filming in their real house, showing us actual. Here you go.
Oh, they got a pool room.
See that tree?
I love how popular these pool rooms are.
Yeah, you know, James, I was looking at where Ian came ashore, and I was using Google Maps, so you can get really close. Dude, everybody's got one of these. Everybody's got one of these covered pools.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I think there's a few reasons why that would be advantageous. Number one is if you have a heated pool, then swimming in the winter is nothing. But also, they don't really have winter there, so I think it might be more about bugs.
Bug or rain, or the fact that it rains so much in Florida. That's what I was thinking.
That's a good one,
because it rains every day.
Yeah, but rain doesn't stop me from swimming. I'll go swim in the rain. I don't care.
But you're not swimming outside. You know, it's like, Florida is so beautiful.
Right.
Then why do you swim inside? Why aren't you swimming outside? All right, let's watch what happens here. Oh, tree came. Traumatized kids.
Well, it might have fallen on one of the kids.
The dog. Okay, it's coming down again. Nice yard. People have a nice yard with a nice fence.
It was nice.
All right. Yeah, well, hopefully they're all paid up on their insurance, and you know. All right, let's see. What else do we have here?
So the day or the week after a hurricane, felled trees like that are everywhere. And so if you have a chainsaw, just, man, the world is your oyster for a few days. And so that was so fun. Me and the boys went out and we would just cut up wood. Like across the street from us, there was a woman who's not like old. She's like 60, but she's too old to be chainsawing up the tree that fell over in her backyard. So me and the boys just go over there and we get to spend a couple days chopping up the tree, and she gets to keep some of the wood and we get to keep some of the wood. And I made things out of it and stuff. It's down trees.
What are you gonna do with wood? What are you doing with wood? What are you gonna do with a bunch of wood?
Dude, I make crap out of it and give it away for Christmas, and then, you know, it's got a story in it. I'm like, this is made from a tree that was felled during Hurricane Zeta or Hurricane Ida. I have a few. You want to see one? I'll go get one.
Here comes James with his
let me go get
amateur woodworking as a gift.
It's horrible. It's not good. I'm not skilled, but
no. Which is why you shouldn't be giving it as gifts. Go out and spend some money on the people you care about. Don't try and
this means stuff.
Your garbage hurricane wood.
Hang on. I'll show you, and you can make fun of it. Okay, hang on.
Okay, it's a cutting board. Okay. Here's some houses in Naples, Florida, floating away. It's those are chimneys. Those are chimneys, or these houses are floating down the street. All right, that's in Naples, Florida. What else do we have? Let's see. What's this one? Oh, these are the boats. These are the boats in Fort Myers getting knocked around. Wow! Oh my God!
Holy crap.
You're paid up because that boat's.
Dang!
There's like 3 boats.
All right, let me see your garbage woodworking. Let's see.
The cross.
Let's see what we got.
See, it's great. Can I have the floor, please?
Yes, you can. In fact, here to show
So-
off your garbage hurricane wood.
Yeah, so the whole tree, this is just a disc from the whole tree trunk, which was about an inch wider than what you see, like the whole circle here, right? And so I got all the bark off, and then I cut a cross out of it, and then like this texture, like the diagonal streaks you see, that's actually from the chainsaw. Now I did smooth it out a lot with a sander, so it's almost flat. I just left little ridges, so when I stained it, there would be the natural texture. Like the back's not nearly as cool looking because I didn't texture it up.
Oh, not nearly.
And then this is a wood burning pen. My wife's an artist, so she has all kinds of weird. She can actually do wood burning art, but I just made my name on it, and I stick it on the wall. And I know, and then
Of course,
it looks like the desk from The Tension. You can make fun of it if you want, that's fine. But I made one for like my parents, and I made one for my sister, and she has a different last name. So I made a handful of these and gave them to some of my friends. For the couple that I officiated their wedding, I made them one. Angie, what?
just everybody you've given one to, it's now in a box in their garage, covered by old magazines and rags.
Nah,
and
man. No, dude. The guy who officiated your wedding cut down a tree from a felled tree from a hurricane and made this by hand for you. Look at this.
Looks like you found
star.
it.
Look at that little star.
Yeah. That all looks like Sharpie marker. It looks like you just wrote with Sharpie marker.
No, look, it's indented. It's 3-dimensional. It's burnt in there. It is burnt in there with a burning pin.
That makes absolutely no sense. Jeff Ballard says Pugs is an atheist. You people need to learn the difference between someone who is an agnostic and an atheist. They couldn't be further apart. Yeah, it's ugly. No,
Thank you.
That's
I knew you'd make fun of it.
Like something a 5-year-old would make. All right, let's go back to watching some videos.
I'm gonna get a refill. Hang on.
That. Go ahead. Okay. Exit. How do I do this now? I made a mistake. I guess I should extrapolate on that a bit. An atheist is an idiot, Jeff. An atheist is a moron who thinks that they have an answer. An agnostic is somebody who goes, I don't know. I don't know what this is about. All that shit sounds crazy to me. I'm going to just kind of keep looking. That's what an agnostic is. An atheist is someone who is so arrogant, just like a Christian. They think they have the answer, and they think that anyone who doesn't have the same answer as them is wrong and a moron. Whereas an agnostic, I don't know. Yeah, is that what you think? All right, good for you. I don't know if I'm buying into that yet. And then you go over to the atheist and they say their shit and you're like, yeah, is that what you think? All right, yeah, I don't know. But see, that's the difference. Agnostics, we admit we have no idea. And neither do you. All right, let's keep going here. Let's see what else. We got any other good videos? Yeah, there are some. I'm trying to find the one. Yeah, I know, Jeff. Jeff, that's what we do. We bust each other's balls. That's why I need you in the chat room every day. I rely on that. Let's see here. Okay, so we saw the boats. That's going to suck. That's too bad. What is it? Oh, this guy. Go hero. This guy kind of rules. Look at this dude out there. Look at him. The heart's coming ashore, and he is jet skiing the wave. Let me tell you, as an accomplished jet skier, which means I don't fall off. That's really, and I can get back on. That's, even if I'm like in really deep water and a heavy chop, I can still get back on. That's pretty much all that makes you an accomplished jet skier. This would suck. This would be like an absolutely horrible experience. Those waves are way too big. That would not be fun at all. I don't know what this guy's doing. James back. James, are you back? We're watching a guy. He's not bad.
Why'd you
James,
have
you
it on
watching
my
this
camera
guy?
this whole time? Okay.
You see, you watching this guy? Look at him. He's out there jet skiing. He's jet skiing as the storm surge is coming.
Good for him.
Which would be an awful experience. That would be an absolutely terrible experience. You want it to be flat as glass. You want to be able to go as fast as possible with very little bumps. You want to be able to do tricks. You want to be able to do, like turns and all. It needs to be flat. You get waves like that, you're going to dump your jet ski in the water. It's going to be no fun. And your arms are going to hurt. Your chest is going to be sore. Well,
and then Abel's going to have to rescue you and drag you back to Sneaky Pete's or whatever.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy. That's going to ruin his day. What's this one here? All right, this is a street in Naples. Let's see. Is there anything you see? Those are cars. See those? Those are cars that are all flooded. All right.
Been there.
Isn't that exciting? All right, where's the one? There's one that I really like, though. Hold on. There's a shark swimming down the street in like a suburban neighborhood. It's just like, let me see.
Hey, who made that mansplaining graphic? That's your Twitter header.
Google. Just pulled it off Google. Google has everything. You can just put anything in there and it'll come up with something. Okay, there's that. Oh, yeah, here you go. Okay, here's the shark. This out. Pretty cool. Still? I don't know if you can see it.
It is. Doing great.
All right, so yeah, this is like a suburban neighborhood, and that's a street. And that's a big giant shark just swimming around in the street. Honey, there's a shark in the driveway. So that's fun. Yeah.
Hey,
anyway, there's all kinds of video. Yeah, kill it. You kill that. Eat it, cook it up, shark meat.
I ate shark before. That's another. I got to eat it at a sushi restaurant, and that's one thing that I really love about the Asians is they'll eat all kinds of animals, dude. They don't care, and I'm like, good, thank you. Maybe I would like to eat an armadillo at some point. Now, why do I have to go to my Asian friends to do that? Because apparently my white friends don't think it's cool.
It's funny that you say that about eating shark at a sushi restaurant, because earlier tonight I said that I'm not accepting any new meats and I have very limited as far as my shellfish goes. But I will eat anything in a good sushi restaurant. If it's a good sushi restaurant, you're right. I've had shark in a sushi restaurant. My favorite sushi is as taku, octopus. That's my favorite kind of sushi.
Okay.
Oh God. Do I love octopus? If it's fresh and it's not too chewy, oh, it is so good. And I was eating it by like the handful once, and somebody's like, what you're eating there? I'm like, well, what is it? They're like, that's octopus. And I'm like, really? And I was grossed out at the beginning, but then I realized every good Italian restaurant I've ever been to, I've ordered the calamari. I love calamari. I love squid. So why not enjoy a little octopus?
So here's where it gets interesting. Whenever you get the calamari, and it's the circles, it's the rings. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's kind of rubbery or chewy or whatever. But I worked at this place called the Elephant Bar. It was up at like Tollway and Trinity Mills for a while. And they had it in steak. It wasn't in the rings. It was like, I don't know if they just cut it off his big dumb squid head, or I don't know how they got that much, but it looked like a giant patty. Like it would come huge, and they would cut that up into little rectangles. And when we would serve calamari, it was a calamari steak, and that version of calamari was even better than the ringy part. Than because when it's the rings, they're just cutting up the legs, the little tentacles that pop out. When you a cross section is that is what you get in so many of the calamari experiences that you've had, and the steak one is the same thing, but just it's a little bit better. I don't know. I know Jack about my cuts of squid, but
I bet that'd be good. Is it breaded or is it just served as a steak?
Oh God, no. They bread it and throw it in the deep fryer.
Oh, so it's like a calamari steak, but it's like a chicken fried steak. It's kind of like got a little bit of an hour. I would like that. That sounds like something I enjoy because I love calamari.
But it totally it's a different texture too. It's like soft and squishy and just sponges right out. It's like easy to chew through and everything. Anyway, go ahead.
We're done. We got nothing else. That's pretty much the end of the show. That's I got to 10 o'clock, 10:05. Look at us. We gave you an extra 5 minutes. No high noon show tomorrow, folks. Remember?
Really?
No high noon show tomorrow. they're turning our power off between 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. So I've got to go. I got stuff I can do. I got stuff I got to go out and do.
No. Run an alternate line while you do this
No.
other maintenance.
Yeah, no. How about no? What do you mean an alternate line? I got people going, you should stream the show on your phone. No, I'm just going to take the day off. I'm not going to, come on. I'm not going to put myself through that frustration. It's not working. I don't think you people have ever been around me when tech fails. Actually, yeah, you have, because I don't handle it well. So we're just going to take the day off tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow night for Pillow Talk. It'll be fine. It's just, look, just say a prayer for me, because, I'm going to be without power for about 6 hours. So here's what I have to do tonight, James.
Come over. Why don't you come over to my place? We have power. You don't have to do the show. You can act like you were just sitting in the dark the whole time, but we have like an air conditioner and everything. It'll be nice. And plus, that would be nice. You had never been to Buck Tussle. Come hang out in Buck Tussle, man. I'll take you around to all the good sites. We've got the Salt Lick. We've got the cow pasture.
Well, James, look, let's put a pin in that. I will not be coming tomorrow, but let's put a pin in that. If you've got a bedroom for me, I will come out there and we will have a whale of a weekend in Tyler. That would be something that I would love to do. Bro, I would absolutely come out there.
You want to see something that'll rock your Yankee mind? Next Friday's homecoming. Just throwing that out there. Have you been to a Texas high school homecoming? I don't know. Maybe you have.
Yeah, I have. Okay. I've been to a lot of Texas high school football games.
This one's the same. This is the same.
Well, I don't know, because this is really rural. Because like I've been to, I dated a girl who was heavily involved in South Lake Carroll. So I went to a couple of those games, a couple of South Lake Carroll games like 15 years ago. I go to a lot of games now because my kid loves it. We've been to Highland Park games, which is really cool.
Yeah. That's the big leagues. It's
like the big leagues of high school football.
Yeah.
But not Friday Night Lights cool like what you've got out there.
Rural, yeah.
Highland Park is just a whole bunch of billionaires and their kids playing in like a 200-year-old high school stadium that's been refurbished.
It's such a great stadium too, isn't it?
It's like the Wrigley Field of high school football stadiums. It's cool. Like, Doak Walker and Bobby Lane won 2 state championships here in the 1920s. And I'm like, wow. And they've got escalators now. They've got, not that crazy, but it is really nice. I love high school football.
If you come on for homecoming,
I'd love to.
You get to see all the girls and their moms. It's Friday, not 2 days Friday, but next Friday. Have you seen a homecoming mom before? Wait till you see this dumbassity. I love it, but it's.
Yeah, we went over this. I've seen this before. It definitely is a Texas thing, and it is kind of weird. But whatever, it's quaint. It's folksy.
You've never seen it.
Part of the culture.
You've never seen it.
I have seen it. Yeah, no, I have. I told you, I've been to like high school. I was at a South Lake Carroll homecoming game about 15 years ago.
Isn't that great?
And I saw the giant funeral wreaths that these girls wear. What I mean? It's an odd tradition, but hey, it is a part of Texas culture, and God love it. There he goes. All right, no show tomorrow. What do we got to hit? We got to hit the tip thing. If you guys can tip, we'd appreciate it. We need to get through this last and final month due to new situations, which oh my God, you guys. So, a lot of people are asking me, a lot of people are wondering about the, there's some radio station stuff that's been going on for a couple of weeks, and I've been very quiet, and I hope you understand, I can't say anything. A couple of weeks ago, there were some big changes, and everybody hit me up, and I know nothing, but I am very busy. So, what was my point here? Today I was looking at some things. Let's just say I was doing a Google look, and it's not like it's like, oh, Pugs, what are you acting like you know something that you can't tell us? I signed something. You can't. These are big deals. You can't. They tell you, hey, you got to sign this. You can't say anything. That's what you do. So that's all I can say on it. But man, I fell in somehow by total accident. I fell into a Russ Martin hole on Google this afternoon, Boy, if Parker and I hadn't just organically fallen into all of the stuff that we talked about tonight, this could have been a very, very interesting show. Because I have never until now. Now I feel totally comfortable. I'll say whatever the hell I want to say about it. But there were times when I bit my tongue and I kept it quiet out of whether it's respect or But man, so maybe tomorrow night we'll go into this. Good Lord. Crazy stuff. What's my kid doing? My kid has now taken over what's he listening to? Hold on, where's my kid? Let's see here. My kid's listening to Van Halen. I love my kid's musical tastes. 13 years old. He appreciates Eddie Van Halen. All right, so instead of John Hinckley, we'll just go out with this, I guess. Hold on. Actually, I think that's him. Yeah, there he goes. All right. You know what? I'm just going to let him listen to his music because he usually gets to listen to the music. He knows that at 10 o'clock I have to play John Hinckley, so he probably just started listening to the Spotify at like 10:10 because we're going a little bit late. So we're going to let him have that. All right. Tip the show if you can. We need to get through this next month. Things are changing from this point forward. In October, moving forward, we're not going to have to rely on you anymore to keep these going. I do appreciate all you folks who helped us get through this last year and got us to this point. Things are changing, not anything with the show. I'm still going to be doing the high noon show every day. I still am going to be doing, like I say, if anything changes, it'll be this show that'll change to some degree, just based on, we'll have to see how everything shakes out. But, onward and upward. Thank you, folks. If you can help out, I'd appreciate it. If not, that's okay. I still love you. I appreciate all you guys being here. And no show tomorrow. That's it. All right, I'm going. You know what I'm going to do? I don't know if I'm going to watch. I'm torn. I don't know if I'm going to go in the other room and watch that new Marilyn Monroe movie, Blonde, that everybody's talking about, or if I'm going to watch The Munsters. I don't know. It's a tough one. All right, good night, everybody. We'll see you not tomorrow, but we will see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for more. Pugs and Parker proudly present Pillow Talk on the Radio Misfits podcast platform. You guys are the best. We'll see you then. Bye.